Today on episode 270 of Typical Chicago Fans, we have Sinkers and Floaters, the TCF Sports Minute, our NFL Week 12 preview, our college football recap, and the TCF top three of the NBA Cup courts of 2025. Let's roll.
I would like to wish you all the best with your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. Again, best of luck to you and your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. And one final thought, Zach. Go Cubs! And peace.
Hello and welcome back, Typical Chicago Fans, brought to you by our incredible sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. Today is episode 270. Make sure to find us on X at typical_Chicago, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give us a like on those pages as well. Head on over to YouTube for all of our content in video form. Make sure you subscribe there. Subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars wherever you get your podcasts. You can find us pretty much everywhere. You can find me on X at BoomyTCF. And of course, the man that I'm joined with tonight right over here on the screen, that is Zach at ZLiliaTCF. Zach, we always break in with the weather. It's fall, but I'm not feeling like we're quite at winter yet. And I feel like we should just savor what we have.
Yeah, but for me, I never really get to experience the daytime. By the time I'm on my way to work, it's pretty much dark, and when I get home, it's dark. So I don't get much sunlight. I did see that. I think it's Alaska that just had its last day of having the sun out for like a month and a half or something. 2 months.
Yeah, I think it's 40 days, but it's like a super remote city in like northern Alaska. Yeah.
That sounds awful. I could not do that. But yeah, we've
no,
been
100%.
All right with the, I guess technically the start of winter, you'd say. I don't know when winter actually starts. I'm not good with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But no, it hasn't been bad, but they say it's supposed to be a bad winter, which I don't understand how anyone knows that, but
yep.
That's what I've heard.
I think it's supposed to be too. I've heard that as well. I hope that they're wrong, but I mean, I feel like we've had some pretty mild winters the last 5 years or so. The one, maybe it was right before my son was born, so like the winter of 22, 23. I remember we got a buttload of snow that year, but that was the last like really bad one I can remember. So we're due for a bad one.
Let's hope not.
Well, let's jump into things. As always, we've got our sinkers and floaters. And my sinker is something that I have caved just this week. I've never decorated for the outside of my house. We've talked about this a million times. I bought an inflatable Christmas decoration off of Amazon the other day.
That's pretty awesome. I've seen there's one in town that has like 5 of them.
Yeah. So I got to be honest, I only got it because it's Santa riding a dinosaur, and my son loves dinosaurs, and I got it for $18. So this is like my first
where you
ever,
live at, you can't be spending too much money on something like that because, unfortunately, it could blow away.
Yeah, I've already come to the realization that I'm going to have to go buy a couple bags of sand to put in the bottom of it and tie him down. But only spending $18. If he ends up, the next county over, then, we're not out a ton here.
No, it's worth it for the experience.
Exactly. We're testing things. And with my schedule changing a little bit during the winter, maybe in a couple years, we start decorating with some lights. I don't know. We're just dipping our toe in here, I guess I would say.
If you've been listening to the podcast before, Boomy is not very big fan of outside lights. So this
I like
is
looking
a big
at them.
step.
I've just never hung them up.
I don't think you're a fan of them.
No, we take the little man down to the Festival of Lights. I love going and looking at them, but I ain't putting them up.
But now you are. So you're kind of getting into it, which I think is awesome. But yeah, that kind of stuff is cool.
You might not think it's awesome when I give you a call next fall to help me put up Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah, I'm down for that if that's what it takes.
All right. Now I got video
how tall
evidence.
is it?
I'm gonna remember that. What'd you say?
How tall is it?
I want to say like 6 feet.
I didn't know if it was as tall as your house.
No, I didn't go all like that crazy because I mean, for $18, you can only,
Well,
you
and you
can only
kind of
get
need
so
it.
much.
Honestly, you need it protected.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
Big
because
time. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go with it, but I definitely know I got to lay it down and tie it off with some steaks or something.
my idea for you would be put it in front of your window in your living room, so then
Yep,
you see it all the time and it's protected.
yep. That's almost exactly what I was thinking. Great minds think alike there.
Well, then, because then Roman can see it, and then also you can say, well, at least it's protected in a way.
Exactly. It ain't going to blow too far away because if it comes unattached, it's just going to blow into the house.
Well, we don't want that either. If you have a bunch
Well,
of
like into the window.
sand in it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So we'll see. This is our test year.
Yeah, the first year of hopefully many for lights at the Bloomhurst house. My sinker, not would you go floater?
I I said that was my sinker just because I'm a little apprehensive.
My sinker is parlays. I'm done with them. I'm done with
I
parlays.
don't believe you. I don't
This
believe
is
you.
parlays are crazy. They're so addicting in the fact that like you just go, oh, it's plus 1,400, awesome, and the next thing you know, you lose right
There's a
away.
reason it's plus
Yeah,
1,400.
and it's not because I've lost a lot of them in a row, which maybe, but yeah, parlays. Everyone knows that they are so fun, but also so difficult.
Yes. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Well, especially with that new stupid tax in Illinois. Like, if you do a parlay, then there's not a tax, right?
Yeah, but that's a reason why.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd almost rather
No,
take
but
like the 50-cent tax on it than have an 8-leg parlay.
that's fair. I think that like you said, it's the enticement, right? Where they say like
Oh,
bet $10 and win 470. Like that's what gets you.
oh yeah. And
And then
then
you're like, wait a
next thing
second,
you
I need.
know, the easiest one loses.
Yep. Yep. No, I think I said this on last week's show. I was one away from a 5 or 6 leg touchdown parlay on Sunday, and the only one that didn't hit was Josh Jacobs of the Packers because he got hurt in the first quarter, and that's just gutting.
I had one the Bears last week, and I was like 2 different players away, like 15 yards from like $1,000 or something.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
what do we? But then you really think about it, and you're like, well, I shouldn't even have been that close.
True. True.
Because
But
in the
like you
moment,
said,
you're like, man, I just lost all that money, but you never had it.
I have written off parlays probably 10 times since I've been using online gambling, and I'm back doing it. So I'm
Oh
with you.
yeah, I mean, it's something I probably will still do after we take a little break.
All
But
right, fair.
but yeah, except tomorrow. I have one for the Bears game tomorrow, and
He's
then
back,
if that
baby.
doesn't
He's
hit,
back.
yeah, if I'm not rich off of that, then we're done.
All right. Well, the fate of Zach's parlay future relies on tomorrow's game. So
Well, yeah, because
everybody,
I'll see
fingers
you for
crossed.
like 45 minutes, so you won't even have to experience it.
Right on. My floater this week, technically it's this coming up week, is Feast Week, one of the best weeks of college basketball season. Even that being said, the tournaments that have happened this past week have been really good too. Watched a lot of the Charleston tournament, but this coming week is, your Maui's and all your different, your tournament of champions and stuff like that. And then, of course, high school basketball kicks off this week with Thanksgiving tournaments. So really awesome week if you're into hoops. I will probably start watching games. I think the first ones usually start about 10 a.m. and finish, out in Hawaii at 1 a.m. So I will be watching a copious amount of college basketball next week, and I could not be more excited.
Well, YouTube TV is really good for college basketball because there's a lot of ESPN games. So, you're able to watch 4 games at once or whatever. So,
Yeah.
That's kind of nice too. With the YouTube TV, because it's really not great for like professional sports.
Yeah.
Um, it's good for like college football and college basketball. And then I do have Sunday Ticket, which I only got because they made it pretty cheap for the last few
Yeah.
weeks. But yeah, college basketball, really fun time of year to be watching it. It's just so much going on too.
Yeah, big time. Big time. I'm so pumped for next week, and not having a tournament to go coach in all week has got me looking at the schedules of games, and actually might even be going down to a high school tournament called the Tournament of Champions down in Washington, and watching some out of set. Con Knippel's brothers are playing there. Might go watch that. It's going to be a really fun week of hoops. I am so pumped.
Yeah, it's that time of year when basketball really gets going. And like I said, college basketball is pretty much every night it's on, which is
It's the
fun because
best.
unlike college football, I mean, college football at this time of year, it's on pretty much every night. But I mean, you look every day, there's 10 to 15 games easily.
Oh, without a doubt.
My floater is winter coats because everyone gets those winter coats and like you only get to use them for a certain amount of time a year and you
Hmm.
get to pull them back out. Those ones you spend 100,
Yep.
$150 on, maybe $200. You get to pull it back out and it's a great feeling. You don't like to use them per se, but it gives you a reason to use them. So
I got very lucky. Maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, my in-laws got me like a really nice one. And I don't remember like asking for it, but it has been my favorite winter coat I've ever had. I bust it out the minute it drops under 50 degrees because it's one of those, it's like it's warm, but it's not too warm. So like when we were at the state soccer tournament, it was like rainy and cold. And even though it was like, 50 degrees, it was perfect. It's waterproof. That's definitely part of us getting older to having this conversation about winter coats, because it is one I busted out like early in October, and I just wear it every day, and I love it so much.
yeah, it's perfect. It's honestly um you and like usually if you go looking for like a cheap winter coat, you get it during the summertime. So maybe you're looking forward to using a new one. Um but yeah, it's just that time of year when a coat that you haven't worn for probably 4 or 5 months that you get to pull out of the closet and use.
It's the best, especially like I said, when you got a good one, man. It's nice knowing you got that in the pocket when you wake up on those brisk mornings.
And sometimes maybe you find something in the pockets that you had lost that you forgot about.
That's always a
Um,
positive.
yeah, but it's not great because it's cold, and that's why you have to use them.
Yeah.
But um, if you have one and you don't get to use it a lot, you're like, okay, this is why I have it.
Exactly. No, for sure. Let's jump into things with our TCF Sports Minute. We will get to the rest of the NFL after our ad read here, but the Bears take on the Steelers tomorrow at noon. Come into the game 7-3. No linebackers. That's got to be
No
concerning, right?
linebackers. Every linebacker is hurt, which is just crazy. But I don't know. I don't really know what to think. It
Are
seems
you
like
getting Rodgers or no?
what
Is Aaron Rodgers going to play?
they haven't said.
There's no way.
We're
He's got a
recording this.
broken bone in his wrist.
We're recording this at 10:30 on Saturday night. We don't know for sure. You would think he wouldn't, but he's crazy and he hates the Bears, so you never know.
No, he said he doesn't play for Green Bay anymore, that you guys can bury the hatchet. So
I
bury the
think he
hatchet.
still hates
Be the
us. I
bigger
don't believe
person.
that for 1 second.
I, as a
I mean,
Packers fan who's got his jersey hanging right there, I wish he would just hate the Bears. I know he doesn't
I
play for
think
the
he does.
Packers
I really
anymore.
do think he does. Because it's
Wait,
it's
when
not
has
just.
Aaron Rodgers ever said anything that he lied about?
Oh yeah, never would, never has. But you just don't know. Maybe if it's gonna be like an ego thing that might get in the way of, because it could be his last time ever playing at Soldier Field.
I would assume it will be.
So you would think he's going to want to play, but you never know. It could be Mason Rudolph. I think either way, the Steelers' offense doesn't really scare me per se because they haven't been that good. But with not having any linebackers, we have had a very good secondary, even though I mean we've had a lot of injuries to it. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to think of this game. It's a game. I mean, every week the injury report gets just crazier and crazier.
Are the Bears the favorites tomorrow?
Yeah, they are because they're home.
Yeah, and the Steelers kind of stink.
Yeah, but it's the Steelers' season on the line.
Well, not even they're first place in their division.
I know, but the Ravens are right there. You don't want them to catch up.
Yeah,
I would say that you lose this game, and it's going to be tough to stay in it because I mean the Ravens are playing as well as they have, and they're just going to keep playing really good. So Caleb, it's going to be hopefully a good game for him because the Steelers' defense has been so hit and miss. One week they can't do anything. The next week, TJ Watt's out there playing well. Jalen Ramsey always plays really well, especially he's fired up after last week. Everything that happened with him and Jamar Chase.
Yeah, with that being said, if someone spits on you, you should be allowed one swing.
Well, yeah, I think that he's pretty much just nothing has he got thrown out of the game, but they haven't fined him. So I mean, I think he's pretty much.
And Jamar Chase got suspended for a game.
So I think that it is going that way where it is all on Jamar Chase. And
we have said this a million times, though. Punching someone with a football helmet on is one of the dumbest things you can do.
Yeah, because you're going to break your hand.
But in the same breath, if someone spits on you, you should be allowed to to swing.
But
you can't spit. Would that be? I know I'm getting off the rails here. Did you see in the Colorado State or Boise State game, the quarterbacks just spit on the line?
Going on here of people spitting.
Yeah, did we not learn anything from COVID?
Well, Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
he did to start the season. It's just like, what do we? Of all things you could do, that's disgusting.
Yeah, but you should get slapped in the mouth if you spit on someone.
The Bears have a lot of tough games coming up here. It'd be nice for them to win this game at home against the Steelers. So I'm excited. It's nice that all these games are going to mean something. That's all that you can really ask for. They are third in the NFC right now, which is crazy. I don't expect them to end the year there, but we are where we are at week 12. So, I mean, you can't ask for much more than what they have been doing. Yes, every game has been insane. It would be nice to have a game that wasn't crazy and we didn't have to win on the last drive. But we're 7-3. Play Steelers, Eagles, I think Packers.
Yeah, or is it Packers
or is it
next? Yeah, I know they play the Packers in early December.
Yeah, and then they play the Lions. They play the Packers twice. It's going to get crazy. They play the 49ers. They've already flexed the Packers-Bears first game to the 3:00 window, which I guess. I mean, it's just kind of weird. I don't really understand. What does it really matter if it's at noon or 3:00?
Well, it's because the other one was like Cincinnati and Buffalo, maybe. So yeah, that's the one.
Both of the games were had no time on them to start.
Yeah, well, that's what they do those last like 5 weeks because they can flex stuff.
Well, usually the Bears play the Packers to start the season, so it's pretty crazy for them. Like the last 4 or 5 weeks for them to play them twice. Usually they play them like the first game of the season every year, which I don't like. I think it's better for like the storyline that there's something to play for at the end, if there is.
For sure.
Either way.
For sure.
But yeah, excited for the game.
It'll be interesting to see what that defense does. Sans starting linebackers. I think that's an intriguing matchup, regardless of who starts for Philly.
You got to get healthy. You got to get healthy. It seems like every week that the
but that's everybody. That's every team.
The NFL is crazy.
It's so bad.
But to have 3 linebackers out is pretty nuts.
Right. It's just the odds of all 3 starting linebackers being out.
Roschon Johnson is he just hurt the rest of the year? I don't understand. He's on there's injured list every week.
Yeah. I don't know if you're going to see him anymore.
No, but
feels like every week it's the same story. But I think this is it. The Bears at home are going to be tough, but like you said, if it's Aaron Rodgers, but
I'm not even saying this because it's Aaron Rodgers, but he really hasn't played that well the last few weeks. And saying that as somebody who has
same Aaron Rodgers since he tore his Achilles.
No, he's been overthrowing players. It's been not the same Aaron Rodgers. So I don't want to see him play, but if they do, I'm not like going to go crazy. But he's always,
especially Aaron Rodgers with a broken left wrist.
Yeah, which you would think you just wouldn't want to play through that.
Yeah,
but like they said, it's not going to require surgery.
Yeah,
it's one of those things you just let it heal.
I don't know.
But
I guess so. One bad hit, that's got to be so much pain. Even when you put your wrist out to get up.
Well, may have the lowest odds to win their division being in first place this late into the season.
Yeah.
Because, everyone says the Ravens are going to win it.
Yeah. Maybe them and the Bears.
We're not. Oh, yeah, we are in first place.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, the Ravens, they started off so bad.
Yeah, just how this could be. We'll get into some more NFL talk here after the break. Blackhawks get absolutely pounded on Friday night. Was it 9-3?
Yeah, 9-3. It was insane. You look at it, was like 4-1 or 2, and then it was 5-2. And I was watching the game for a little bit, and it just seemed like I don't know if just couldn't stop anything. I don't know if that just happens sometimes.
But the fact of the matter is they're sitting here almost at the end of November at 10-7-4, which is the best season we've had in 5 years. So
easily,
you got to take some solace in the fact that they're playing better, and
it was on the road. It was in Buffalo, so it's. And hockey is a long season. 82 games is a lot of season to play hockey.
Big time. I'm not too worried. They do play the Avalanche tonight at 6:00. Don't feel great about that. The Avalanche are very, very good.
But it's in Chicago, so that's always nice.
Yeah.
But
I'll be honest, at this rate, man, we're gonna see Bedard in the All-Star game.
Oh yeah, easily. If we don't, that'd be crazy.
I know. And
there might be multiple,
a couple others. I was gonna say
Blackhawks in the All-Star game.
Could get really fun. It's going to be. I think we're going to be sitting here in March, battling for a playoff spot, which is night and day from where we've been the last couple of years.
Oh yeah, you can't ask for much more than that. And you're so tired of always being around the bubble of like top 5 picks.
Yep.
Now you're excited that maybe even if you have just a chance to get into the playoffs, it's going to be nice.
Last thing I got on the Blackhawks, Zach. Do you remember the kid that the Blackhawks drafted in the first round last summer?
No.
So he's a high school kid out of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, I seen this.
Yeah, he went back to high school. He's a high school quarterback as well as one of the best hockey players in the country. Goes back to high school in Minnesota and won the Minnesota State Championship last night or Thursday night, one of the nights. And now he starts his high school hockey season.
I guess I'd seen it. I didn't realize that he was drafted by the Blackhawks. But yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that was the Blackhawks' first round pick.
That's makes going back to school worth it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got an athlete,
So is
getting
he going
ready
to
to
go to
come join the
college
Blacks.
then, or is he going to go straight to?
So I think he's going to play high school hockey this year, and then will make his decision on whether he's going to do juniors or college after. But the Blackhawks will own his rights.
That's crazy to think about. Imagine getting drafted like your junior year of high school.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I didn't even know that was possible. Also,
I didn't.
the black jerseys are back, which are sick.
So sick. Those are some of the all-time greats.
They have I think a schedule of games they will be wearing them throughout the season.
That's perfect. Those were ones like back when we would play like NHL Face Off on the old PlayStation 1. I always had to have those uniforms on. Those were some of my favorites.
Oh, and they're so smart too because now everyone wants to buy one.
Exactly. Yep. Good marketing.
Yeah.
Bulls pick up a 1-point win today over the worst team in basketball, sitting at 9-7. You can't complain about wins, but holy cow, are they just the cardiac Bulls?
We thought the Bears were tough to watch at the end of games. The Bulls, Vooch has had 2 game-winning shots. They barely beat the Wizards, who have won 1 game all year. Every game, it doesn't matter if they're up or down. It doesn't start until the fourth quarter.
Yep. They are a heart attack watching.
They've been up 20, tied in the fourth quarter. They've been down 20, tied in the fourth quarter. It just.
But I feel like that's just going to happen with these young guys. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks, but like it's just all part of the learning process.
When they played the Heat.
Yeah, it's just a pounding.
We were talking about the Blackhawks who lost. The Bulls lost that same night by, I think, 40.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, but
it's kind of similar to the Blackhawks. Like, at least we're heading in a positive trajectory. And I know we say this every week, but it's just been more enjoyable to follow and watch and, follow along with. I don't think we can ask for much more after what the last 5 years have been.
9-7, with a schedule that's been pretty tough to start the season. Yeah. So I don't really. We always say the NBA doesn't start until Christmas. If we can get to Christmas time, a few games over 500, I'll be happy.
Oh, big time. Big time. Get to the All-Star break, and then we'll start being concerned,
Just got to stay healthy. I know that's not easy to do, but Vooch has got to stay healthy. Vooch has been playing really well this season, and
tell him to keep playing good so we can trade him.
I don't think that they're going to, because you still want to compete, and I think without him, you would lose that.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And I don't think you're really going to get much for him anyways.
Yeah, 36, 37 years old?
Yeah, I don't think he really wants to go anywhere in the middle of a season.
Unless there's an opportunity for him late in his career to chase a ring, I wouldn't blame him there.
But I just think that if you're the Bulls, you wouldn't want to do it, because it would really have to be a great trade to break up a team that is playing well.
For sure. I can see it going either
playing
way.
well and they started to fall off a little bit, but if they're around 500, a little over 500 around the trade deadline, you don't really want to. You want to compete, especially in a East that is, I wouldn't say up for grabs, but it's not like dominated by one team, really. I mean,
speaking of that, did you see how the Pacers have just punted on this year? The Pacers are like a bottom 3 team in the NBA.
Yeah, imagine being a fan of the Pacers.
You were in the NBA. But, dude, imagine they go through this year and they get a top 3 pick, and then they get to add a top 3 pick with Halliburton coming back. They're going to be okay.
Halliburton, I know he's really good.
Yes.
But is he that good that he's that big of a difference that they went from making the NBA Finals to being the worst team maybe in the East?
That's a good point. I don't know if he's that
I'm not
good.
saying I don't know if there's really any player in the NBA that is like maybe old school LeBron with the Cavs.
I was going to say when LeBron left the Cavs
Yeah,
the
but like
first time.
nowadays, I mean, there's really not like there's so much to a team that like unless you really
I think
mean
they
to do
did
it.
lose one other guy in free
Oh, they
agency,
lost
but I
Evan
can't remember
Turner.
who. Yeah,
No,
that was a big
right?
one. Right? Didn't he go somewhere?
Miles Turner.
Yes, Evan Turner's been retired for a very long
Yeah.
time.
Miles Turner went somewhere else. I can't remember. It was a
Yep.
big deal. But
Yep.
I know it. I'm just saying, like, you make it to the NBA Finals, you would think that like you could compete.
No kidding. And they're like god awful bad.
Yeah, because like I said, Halliburton's probably top 10 player in the league right now.
Well, he's top. I could make an argument for top 5.
But I mean, is he good enough that like they have fallen off this much?
Right.
You know
Well,
what
it's kind of similar to what happened in Boston lost Tatum, and they're not that bad.
No, they're not like.
And I
Yeah,
don't think
they're going to compete in the East.
I think he's corny and I can't stand him, but like Tyrese Halliburton's not as good as Jason Tatum.
No, yeah, and I mean, there's no NBA team that should be that bad after losing.
Yeah.
I know one player that they made to the NBA Finals.
Even 2 players. Like it just shouldn't matter, but it's wild.
But it just seems like there's got to be something wrong with if they like. See, this is when the NBA almost has to step in and be like, okay, what are we doing here? Are we purposely doing
what is
this?
happening? Yep.
Because if you're purposely
feels like
doing
they are.
it, you're ruining the integrity of the league, which you can say happens in all professional sports. But I don't know. You wouldn't think they'd be that bad.
Yeah, that's a huge fall off. Last thing in Chicago, the Cubs have signed reliever Phil Maton, 2-year deal, previously played with the Cardinals and the Rangers, bolstering up that bullpen, which I'm happy to hear, but man, the bullpen was so good the last couple months. I think this is just another added piece, to bolster up that bullpen. And, Shota's back.
Yeah, Shota's back. And I had heard something. I was listening to the Compound podcast with Ian Happ, and like ever since they've done the qualifying offers, he's like he's
the 4th one to take it, I think.
Yeah, which makes sense because it's tough to go out there and get a contract with a team that knows that they have to give up a pick.
Yep, a very high pick.
They have to give up a draft pick. So when you're going into a negotiations, you're already kind of behind with what you want, because they're like, well, we have to give a draft pick, so maybe we're going to give you less money because of it.
Exactly. Yeah, you're kind of behind the 8 ball. But yeah, he's like the 4th or 5th player to take that out of like 150 something.
Which I don't think the Cubs expected him to. I think they were just thinking, we're going to get we'll get a draft pick out of it.
Show, we pretty much said goodbye.
But hey, now if he could be like a late rotation starter, that's fine.
Okay, so that brings me to what I was going to ask you. My dad said seems like a lot. It was like 21 million. My dad said kind of crazy money for the 5th starter on the Cubs. I'm like, dude, I don't think Shota's the 5. I know he struggled at the end of the year last year, but I don't know if Shota's a 5.
I think a lot of it is he got hurt at the end. He just struggled at the end, and
loved giving up home runs.
Yeah, well, yeah. Cade Horton played so well too. It kind of did it, but I mean, I don't think I'm not going to be mad that we're paying Shota 20-something million. I mean,
yeah, baseball money is fake and doesn't mean anything anyway. So,
but they got to go out and get like Dylan Cease or somebody that can make.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. If they go get Dylan Cease and he's the 3, but would you put Jameson, Tyone, or Shota as the 4? I think is the big question there.
I think you put Shota 4 and Tyone.
That's kind of what I leaned. And Tyone, I'm not saying like that to like.
If those guys are your 4th and 5th starters, you have a really good rotation.
I completely agree.
Like if it goes like Steele or Horton, however you want to do it, Dylan Cease, Shota, and Tyone, and then you could also put in. There's Colin Ray's could be in there.
Matthew Boyd, all-star Matthew Boyd. Yeah,
it's like I think that sometimes in baseball we let the end of a season for a pitcher like carry over to the next season. It's like, first of all, the postseason, the off season is very long.
Yeah,
and it's just baseball is so hard. Imagine pitching every fourth or fifth day, and then when you do struggle, it's not like you have a lot of time off to go like, okay, I got 3 days to fix this.
I hate to be a pessimistic about this, but like I have a hard time convincing myself that Matthew Boyd is going to do next year what he did this year.
Yeah, I mean that's you don't want to expect that as the Cubs. They need to go into the season thinking we need to get better. We don't need to rely on. And if let's say Matthew Boyd's your fifth starter, your fourth starter, that's pretty good too.
Absolutely.
But they need to go get somebody because I don't think Steele is going to start the season. I would have to think he is not.
Yeah, it'll be close.
I don't think you'd want him to start the season. I think you kind of like want to maybe let him play for Iowa for a little bit or something.
I mean, so he should be good to go by spring training, though.
I know, but just the way if he's starting to throw in spring training, you don't want to just get it going too quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a pretty insanely tough surgery for a pitcher for the second time.
Yeah, that is true. I keep forgetting it's his second one.
But you want to be able to not have to push him back quickly either. You need to set yourself up. So, like, okay, let's say it's Cade Horton, Dylan Cease, Shota, Boyd, and Tyone to start the season. If that's what it's got to be to start the season, that's fine. And then you can put Justin Steele in there at some point in the first month or so.
Yep. Oh, I completely agree.
But they got to do something. They can't not do something with that. And I'm not saying to go get Kyle Tucker, but at least try. Or go get Schwarber. At least I'm not saying they're going to get him. I mean, I think he's going to get crazy money thrown at him.
Yeah.
But don't use Owen Casey as the excuse that you didn't even try.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you there. You got to put an effort forward.
I'm not going to be mad if they don't get him because I'm expecting them not to. But don't like just say, oh, well, why even try?
Yeah. I'm with you. You have an opportunity. You got to take advantage of it.
And also, I mean, catcher. I mean, Carson Kelly's not like, I would say he's probably a veteran. Hopefully we get Amaya back. So like, there's some question marks at catcher.
Big time.
I know Matt Shaw is going to be the third baseman, and we know shortstop, second base.
Maybe we go get Alex Bregman.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be available.
I don't think there's any chance he doesn't sign with the Yankees, but that's just me being pessimistic.
Well, yeah, I mean it's either the Yankees or Dodgers is what everyone thinks. I have a new rule though. There has to be a deadline for free agents.
We've been saying this since we started the podcast, dude. It's never going to happen.
Because like the Kyle Tucker stuff, he could sign now or he could sign May 1st.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I don't think that you shouldn't be able to go into spring training without signing.
Yeah, was it Kimbrel that signed like a week with 1 week left?
Players lately that don't sign until at least the middle of spring training.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just bad for business too.
It is, but speaking of catcher, I saw that Wilson Contreras posted his Cubs World Series ring on his Instagram story, and I don't want that guy back. I hate Wilson Contreras so much.
Not even that. It's just, he's not going to help.
Yeah, he's also he's kind of fallen off. So,
well, yeah, he's a DH first baseman, which we don't need.
Yep, exactly. No, thank you, sir. We have Michael Busch.
We have Kyle Schwarber, which we're going to get. So
that's true too. Before we move on, we got to give a big shout out to our friends over at Connect Roasters Coffee, the best coffee around that you are going to find. They work with Ian Happ. Ian Happ's won 4 gold gloves, people. What else do you need to know? If he drinks it every morning and goes and wins gold gloves 4 years in a row, you should be having it in the morning as well. So make sure you head to their website, connectroasters.com. Follow them on X at Connect Roasters, and make sure you head to the storefront in Bourbonnais and tell them Typical Chicago Fans said hello. So, as always, a big shout out to our friends over in Bourbonnais at Connect Roasters. We're going to hop into our Week 12 NFL preview. We've already handled the Bears-Steelers preview, so let's move into our first game, and that is the Patriots and the Bengals. The Bengals are bad, and the Patriots are really good. I think this is going to go exactly how we expect. No Jamar Chase, like we talked about a little bit earlier. Patriots come in 7.5-point favorites on the road. Patriots win this game easily, I think.
Yeah, you would think. They are close to getting Joe Burrow back.
Is he going to play tomorrow or today?
I don't think he's going to play tomorrow or today, but he's been practicing, which I don't understand why you would, especially when you're a guy like him who's been hurt a lot.
Well, they're 3-7. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere, but I think the Patriots, I think anything over 7 is pretty tough in the NFL. So the number's pretty hard, but I would take them to win. I mean, that you wouldn't even want to take them to win, but I think anything over 7 is just tough.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Next game, we have the potential to see the first team eliminated from the playoffs. The Giants are at the Lions, which woof. The Lions 13-point favorites. I don't think no Jackson Dart, obviously no Scadaboo. The Lions should handle business pretty easily, I think.
There has been the last 3 or 4 weeks, probably 3 or 4 teams that have been 13.5-point underdogs that have won outright. One of them being the Panthers. But
had to get that one in, didn't you?
Had to say that. But I it's the same thing again. That is such a big number. There's so many big numbers this week in the NFL.
You know that one of them's going to win.
You know it is, but that's 13.5 points with Jameis Winston. But if you're the Lions, you need a big win here.
Yes, you do. I think the Lions will take care of business, but I don't believe in Jameis as much as you do.
I don't believe in him that much. I think it's just anytime you have a backup quarterback, it's only the second week. There's still that firepower there. That is true.
Next game, Packers hosting the Vikings. Packers 6-point dog. You were complaining about the Bears injury report. The Packers is about twice as long as the Bears.
I think every team says, really. I'm not really complaining about the injuries. It's just 3 linebackers is just crazy. One position is what's crazy.
It really just looks like Matthew Golden is listed as questionable. Like you said, shoulder, wrist. Outside of that, kind of the usual suspects for the Packers. I've said this, the Packers don't blow anybody out, so you're going to see a tight game.
Because I mean, I don't even say this in a bad way. They have a really good defense, and their offense is just sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. I mean, you just don't know. But they can win any game with a defense like that.
And it doesn't help that Josh Jacobs is questionable after leaving last week's game. So that scares me a little bit.
There's also one of those things you don't want to bring him back too quickly either because there's a lot of season left. I think that was when the Bears let DeAndre Swift sit out a game. That was because you just don't want to rush somebody back.
Big time.
But you're going to start getting into the part of the season where these teams like the Vikings and stuff, what do they have to play for? Because if they don't win this week, they're definitely out of it. I mean, they're probably out of it either way. But if you can get to they'd be 5-6, you can
Yeah.
almost be there, but then if you lose this game, you're for sure done. So it's like
4-7
for
is
some of
tough
these
to recover
teams.
from.
Yeah.
Big time. Next
And
one, Seahawks.
I just don't think JJ McCarthy's that good. And and I'm not saying he's not going to be good because he's pretty much played 3 NFL games, but it's tough
he's
for
a
a
rookie
quarterback.
quarterback.
Well, that had those questions in college too.
Big time.
It was can he throw and do that in college before he even got to the NFL?
Yeah, for sure. No, I hate to sit here and say I don't think he's very good, and then he comes out and torches the Packers, and that would just be my luck. But that defense has to get to him early. If you're listening to this before the game, do yourself a favor and bet JJ McCarthy to throw an interception. I think it's 9 or 10 games in a row he's throwing a pick.
Well, has he played 9 games in the NFL?
Yeah,
I don't think he's played that many. He was out for like 6 weeks.
I don't know. Maybe it's always interceptions in however many games.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. But
Yep.
Because he hasn't really played. He was out for quite a while, and then he probably would have been out even longer if Carson Wentz wouldn't have gotten hurt.
Yeah. Yep.
But
it's
one of those things too. If you're a Vikings fan, you're he's starting to lose the locker room.
Yeah, I think so, which is tough for essentially a rookie quarterback. Next one, the very good Seattle Seahawks head to Tennessee to face one of the worst teams in the NFL, the Titans, 1-9.
Yeah, but I mean, Sam Darnold, I think 4 interceptions last week.
And had a kick to win to send it to overtime too.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It is.
But you can make those mistakes against Tennessee. But I think Tennessee is just in the spot. You haven't had your head coach in 4 weeks now, and you have a rookie quarterback. I mean, it's just nothing good can happen.
But also in the same, like what you talk about, a team that has nothing to lose. I mean, especially the way that if Sam Darnold comes in and keeps throwing interceptions, like we talked about, the teams that have nothing to play for. You might see a team with a 13-point spread go out and do something. I could see it. That's just the NFL, though.
Yeah, and I think any game in the NFL is hard to win.
Who do you think? If you were given a free $20 to put on their money line, would you put it on Tennessee's or would you put it on the New York Giants? They're both 13-point dogs.
Tennessee, because of Sam Darnold.
Dumb and don't know any better.
And Sam Darnold, I mean, he threw 4 interceptions. That's true. I mean, when the quarterback is the one that is going to hurt the team the most, I mean, he's the main guy.
Yep.
Even though I think Seattle probably has the best player of any of those teams.
Yeah. I agree. It'll be interesting to see if any of these
JSN, right?
Yeah, Jackson Smith and Jig, but he is
unbelievable.
So good. Just a freak. Arguably the best game of the day, recording this 12 hours before kickoff. Colts go to the Chiefs. The Chiefs are in absolute desperation mode. They lose this and go to 5-6. They're in trouble. But the Colts 8-2. The Chiefs are a 3.5-point favorite, obviously being at home. I bet against the Colts too much at the beginning of the year. I won't do it anymore. But if I was going to do it, that half point there on the hook scares me, though.
I think the Chiefs win by a touchdown or so. I think this is the game that they have to have. And the Colts are good, but they're also a team that could get blown out too.
Yeah.
Because if you can't run the ball and you have to throw it, then if it's a game that you need to throw the ball, then you're kind of screwed. I mean, Daniel Jones is good in a way, but your best player is your running back. So you have to have a lead to really use your best player the most.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good game, but like you said, that desperation sense for the Chiefs.
That's why I
carries a
don't
lot.
have much faith in the Colts, because the fact that it's going to be hard for them to come from behind if needed.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want it. They haven't had to play from behind very much.
No, and then that's why I think that they've done so well. But let's say they get down 2 touchdowns, you can't be running the ball a ton when you need that, and your best player is Jonathan Taylor. So
Strength the playbook a lot.
yeah.
Next
game.
How
much can you really trust Daniel Jones? I'm not saying he's not a decent quarterback, but like we've seen Daniel Jones over the years.
Yeah, when does he turn into a pumpkin again, you know?
Yeah.
Ravens hosting the Jets. Ravens 13.5-point favorites. We just talked about how hot they've been. Give me the Ravens all day. I don't know if they're going to cover 13, but I just don't see
it. Again, Tyrod Taylor is playing. So it's a change of quarterback, and that's always tough to play a team that's got a new quarterback. But yeah, I don't think that it's going to be a game, but I could see that.
Yeah, I can see that as well.
What's the point of changing quarterbacks when you're bad?
Right. Yeah, like Tyrod Taylor's going to come in and just light the world on fire.
Tyrod Taylor's going to go in and make up the season that is already over with.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron Glenn, a little bit of struggle in that first year.
Well, yeah, I think that's a coach trying to make a desperation move to say, well, it wasn't my fault.
No, they're not. If they get rid of him after 1 year, they're
not going to. But I'm just saying that's what a coach does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if I make the switch at quarterback, well, it had to have been his fault, which I'm not saying it was the coach's fault, but you can't blame it all on Justin Fields. I'm not saying Justin Fields is this good quarterback or anything, but I mean, he's not the reason that the only reason that they're bad.
There's a lot of reasons why the Jets are bad. The next game, please don't make me talk about this very long. No one should be. They're going to use this film to, torture prisoners. The Browns go to the Raiders. No one should have to watch this game.
The only thing is Shador. I mean, this game is probably going to be one of the most watched games of the weekend.
No, it won't. No, it will not.
Dude, I bet it is. You think Shador Sanders' first start of his career, there's going to be a lot of people watching that game.
I don't think you're right.
I think I am.
The worst teams in the NFL.
I'm not saying that you're not right. Much. You are right in that fact. But the fact is, Shador, I mean, people watch the 5th round of the NFL draft because of Shador Sanders.
That's true.
They're going to watch this game to see what he could do from start to finish.
And then they're going to watch these teams each make one offensive drive and then be forced to turn the television off.
I'm not saying you're not right in that sense, but I'm just saying, I mean, everyone's been waiting to either say he's good or say he's bad. And you're going to have a game where he's going to play the whole time. And I just think that it's a lot more people are going to watch it than you think and should. I'm not saying no one should be watching this game, but it's a big game for two bad teams.
What do you think the over's at?
39.
That's how bad these. What'd you say?
39.
36.5.
Jeez.
Gross.
I would take that, honestly.
Dude, I don't know if these teams are going to score a combined 12 points.
But, I mean, I guess the only good defensive player between the two teams is Max Crosby.
No, the Browns got that rookie. What is that kid's name? The edge rusher.
Oh, they do also have Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. I was going to say, we're forgetting a big one here. Yeah, Myles Garrett. I don't know. I might take this under.
Teams.
Yeah.
I don't know. You see 36 in an NFL game, it's tough not to take.
I think the score is going to end up like 9-7.
Yeah.
Jaguars head to the Cardinals. I am firmly on the Jaguars are really good. And I think they're going to kill the Cardinals here. It's a 2.5 point spread. I know it's a home game for the Cardinals, but I like the Jaguars a lot in this one.
If you're the Jaguars, you got to go out and win this game, and because it's a game that you usually would blow in a season where you need it.
Yeah.
And I think the Jacoby Brissett is being a little bit overhyped as like, okay, we don't have Kyler Murray now. We got Jacoby Brissett. He's playing pretty well.
In his defense, he threw for 490 yards last week.
Yeah, but he threw. How many times did he throw at a game they lost by 20?
Yeah, 59 attempts, I think.
59 attempts in a game where you lose by 20 points.
It's crazy.
That can't be good.
No.
That means you don't have a running back.
They do not. Trust me, I have one of them on my fantasy team, and you've never heard of him. I guarantee it.
No.
So he's their starter.
You got to win this game if you're the Jaguars, if you want to be like a contending team.
If you want to be a serious team. The Eagles go to the Cowboys. I believe that is the game of the week. The Eagles are a 3.5-point favorite. The Cowboys are every other week they're putting up a fight, and I feel like this is one you have to get out for because this is NFC East. The Eagles come in 8-2. Like it's only a 3-point spread for a reason, but I kind of love the Eagles +3 on the road.
Well, you might be right, but man, Dak Prescott is having an MVP-like season.
Yeah, 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns.
If the Cowboys were a better team, he would be at the top of the MVP list,
without a doubt.
And it's just one of those games. It's like a Bears-Packers Week 17 game that means nothing to the Bears and everything to the Packers. It's a rivalry game that each team is always going to be up for.
Yep. You're not wrong. Another game I really don't want to talk about because both of these teams stink. The Falcons go to the Saints. I don't know on this one. They're both awful.
Yeah, there's some bad games. If you're the Falcons, though, you got to go win this game because you've had a season that has made no sense at all for most of it. But what is this quarterback's name for the Saints?
Tyler Show.
He's played decent.
This is showing that Spencer Rattler's starting.
Oh, he might be. He might be back.
Yeah, I mean, either way, we're having a conversation about Spencer Rattler and Tyler Show. I mean, this is awful.
It's another game that the NFL
and Kirk Cousins is back in.
Huh?
Kirk Cousins is back in.
That makes it exciting, honestly.
Penix is done for the year. Yeah, I kind of love the Falcons money line here.
He's making his $40-something million contract.
Yeah. This is also how bad games are. If you were in the massive city of New Orleans and wanted to go to the game, it would cost you as low as $36, which is insane for an NFL game.
Yeah, I still wouldn't pay that much money either.
Yeah, that is actually not even the cheapest available ticket in the NFL. Like the Bears game tomorrow, $400 just to get in the door. There was one. Oh,
well,
right here.
The Bears game is might be the most expensive because there's so many Steeler fans that live in the area.
Well, and it's the smallest stadium in the NFL.
But I'm saying Steelers fans are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a town of 8,000 people.
Yeah.
There's probably 20 Steeler fans, 30 Steelers fans just in this town.
Yep. They travel well.
I guess.
Sunday night, the game I'm probably looking forward to the most, the Buccaneers at the Rams. Rams are a 7-point favorite. That seems like a lot. I think the Rams are really good, but I also think the Buccaneers are better than what 6-4 shows.
But the Bucs are also hurt.
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield has not played that well.
7 just seems like a lot.
I think this has got to be the biggest spreads of the season for multiple games.
That is true.
But I think I think the Rams are a real deal team.
They for sure are. Any team led by Matthew Stafford, with those kinds of weapons, they're going to be okay.
They have Aaron Donald on that team.
It is crazy. That is crazy.
I mean,
Monday,
he did the college game day. He could definitely go play.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Maybe they float, hey, $1 million, come play for the rest of the season.
I always thought that would maybe happen with Aaron Donald.
I'm sure he stays in incredible shape.
What I mean is, that's a lot. I mean, that happens a lot more than you'd think.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be really fun if he decided to give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, they would like that.
Monday night, Panthers at the 49ers. 7-point spread for the 49ers seems like a lot. I don't think the 49ers are very good.
I would take Panthers spread for sure.
Yeah, they're we talked about it a couple times. Like, they're just like, 1 week they're really good, and then like they beat the Packers, and then they turn around and lose to, was it the Saints?
Yeah, because even if
the next week,
quarterback for the 49ers,
Mac Jones.
No, the other one,
Brock Purdy.
I think he might be back.
It's showing here that Jones is the probable starter.
Either one.
Yeah.
I mean, the Panthers have played well.
Yeah. When they're good, but man, they're just inconsistent.
And the 49ers have had some bad games too.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you. My favorite game of the day, though, I think is got to be Rams-Bucks. Outside of our own teams.
Yeah, I won't be able to watch that game, but it would be a good game to watch.
Let's transition to some college football. This will be brief because the college football Saturday kind of stunk. The SEC just punted on the week and played a bunch of nobodies. So some of the big ones, Oregon holds on to beat USC in a really good game. Oregon jumped out to a 28-14 lead at half and kind of just held on from there. Oregon's the real deal. I mean, they're now 10-1 and just beat a good USC team. That was one of the better games of the day, I think.
Yeah, Notre Dame played Syracuse, won by 50. They had 21 points without actually having an offensive play.
Zach, they won by more than 50. They won by 63 points.
That's insane. How do you have 21 points without playing any offense?
They had 35 points in the first quarter.
Crazy.
Goodness.
Yeah, not a lot. I mean, games that should have been good, like Oregon, USC, that wasn't a good game. Should have been.
Missouri, Oklahoma was a good game, but in the same breath, it was 17-6. It's not exactly like a high-powered, fun game to watch.
If you watch the first quarter, you would have thought Missouri was going to win and only got 3 points out of – they probably had the ball for almost the whole first quarter.
Yeah.
And got 3 points out of it.
That game was gross. BYU takes care of Cincinnati 26-14. Cincinnati just fell off. I think they've lost 3 in a row.
They had a year where they could have maybe been in playoff contention in this bad.
Utah barely holds on to beat a bad Kansas State team, but
Georgia Tech
51-47, that's my kind of shootout.
Georgia Tech, over. They're done.
Yeah, that's a pipe dream now. I mean, I guess not necessarily. They're still 9-2 and can win the ACC. If they finish 10-2 and win the ACC, they're in.
But you can't lose to Pitt at home.
Pitt's 8-3. It's not like they lost to North Carolina.
They're ranked 16th. You lose to Pitt at home, where you were down 28-0 at one point.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to draw a line in teams that are going to make the tourney.
Yeah. And my last one for the day, Brett Bielema and the Illini are frauds. 7-4. They get smoked by Wisconsin. I watched most of it. Didn't even feel like it was even that close of a game. They started off, the season 12th in the country. They're not going to be ranked after this week.
There's been a lot of teams that are started off the season like ranked high and are maybe not even be ranked in the season.
I understand that it was a game at Camp Randall, but Wisconsin's not good. Wisconsin's not going to go to a bowl game for the first time since 1991. and they just manhandled Illinois.
Luckily for them, Texas is having a horrible year.
And Florida.
Well, yeah, Florida really bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've already fired their coach, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're on borrowed time anyways at this point. They just want that season to be over with.
Yes, we do, especially the Florida fan. The other thing we have left is the possibility of beating Florida State.
Thoughts on Lane Kiffin, where he might go?
It's about all we got. Yeah.
Where do you think Lane Kiffin's going to go?
College football. Where's Lane going to go? Unfortunately, I think he's going to LSU.
I don't think he's leaving.
I think they're going to make him an offer that he'd be a fool to say no to.
I think in the years of NIL, it's going to be harder to get these coaches to go somewhere. Because Ole Miss is technically the last few years have had a better run of games than LSU.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that you have I don't know why my brain tells me this. You have a better shot at winning a national championship at LSU than you do at Ole Miss. Just because they've done it before. I mean,
why?
I don't know. This is how my dumb brain operates.
It used to make sense of back when LSU was like, it was easy to get recruits to go there. But now, I mean, you're just paying people money, and Ole Miss has a lot of money too.
Yep. Everybody's got money now.
Yeah.
Let's finish things up.
Wait. Virginia Tech gets James Franklin. Thoughts on that?
That's a really good hire for Virginia Tech. I'm not going to lie.
And if you're Penn State, you have to be so happy.
Yeah. Save yourself $42 million, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I think it's almost like the perfect spot for James Franklin. I think he was trying to hold out and wait to see if Florida State was going to open or Auburn, which they will, but in the same breath, like, you have a pretty good opportunity, and it's very close to the area where James Franklin kind of cut his teeth in coaching, right? He was at Vanderbilt, then he was at Penn State.
Much pressure.
Yeah, big time. And I think it's kind of a slam dunk hire all around, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah, because you're coming off a bad season. So if you have a decent season next year, everyone's happy. If not, you're rebuilding. I mean, you're not going somewhere like an LSU, or I don't think they would have hired him, but you're not going somewhere that is like needs it now.
Yeah, now looking at it, I don't know if I would have been that upset if Florida hired James Franklin.
Because like if Florida or LSU, if you go either of those schools, they want you to be good next year. Yeah, there's no time for you to be bad.
Exactly. Yeah, James Franklin comes in and goes 6-6 next year and goes to the Boca Raton Bowl or whatever it is. Like, that's better than what they've had the last couple of years. That's
if you go to Florida and you go 500 next year, no one's happy.
I'm calling for your head. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how these big time SEC schools work.
Yep, 100%. This coaching carousel is going to get wild, I think.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Lane, who doesn't
especially
really care.
Lane doesn't leave.
Well, he just doesn't care. He's not going to sugarcoat anything.
Yeah, which has been, problems for him in the past, but obviously he's doing some pretty good things right now.
It's actually okay to do that now. I mean, you live in the days of social media.
Yeah, big time, man. Well, let's wrap things up. As always, we've got the TCF top 3, and this time we are doing the best of the NBA Cup, the Emirates Cup courts this year. We do this every year. So we've got these on the screen. If you haven't seen them, go over to our YouTube channel. They are on the screen right now. We'll do our top 3 and maybe some of our least favorite. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Well, also, this is set up East ABC, West ABC. So this is actually, if you were wondering, this is how the playoffs are set up, or the round robin.
Yeah.
So if you're ever wondering, this is what teams are in each round robin or whatever.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go number 1. I think Utah is awesome. That purple is sweet.
Hang on. Why am I not seeing it?
West A bottom.
West A. Oh, we have different. I've got a different sheet pulled up. Oh yeah, that is sick.
This is what this
I
is
do like.
the 2025 for me. So
Yeah, I think I might have pulled up last year's. No, I like that one a lot. Um, uh, Anytime you can go with the purple, I'm a big fan of.
it's different than any other one that's out there.
Definitely. There's a lot of good ones here. Some of them look very like a lot of the red ones look very, very similar.
I know that's what I mean.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers. I'm impartial to purple and gold. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's very bright. Wow, that's
Yeah,
in your
very
face.
bright. Very bright. And then obviously I got to take the Bulls.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
like the
favorite of the
Bulls.
red and blacks.
The gray, I like the gray. It kind of calms it down.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's a good one.
I'm actually gonna go with kind of the same thing. I like Sacramento. I think that
Yes.
gray and purple are perfect together.
I have actually thought that exact same thing. I'm a big fan of that.
And then I'm gonna have to go with it. The Milwaukee Bucks. I like that light green.
Yeah. Is that the like limeish one?
It's the East C, almost at the bottom.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, I like that I guess shade of green.
Who's the one, the lime green in West A?
Minnesota.
I'm between that and the Suns. I'll go different. You went green. I'll go orange. Give me the Suns there.
I like the Suns way more than the Minnesota. The
See,
Suns is
but you're not a
sweet.
lime green guy.
I don't like I don't like Timberwolves at all. I like the Suns.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
So I like that one.
Um,
Some ones that
which one do
stink.
you?
Denver. In
Yeah,
what world is Denver maroon?
it's like their new jerseys.
Well, I don't
Actually,
see. They
I know
can't
you're,
have the same court color as Cleveland.
but in the same breath, before they went to the like baby blue and yellow when you were younger, like right around when you were born, back when Dikembe Mutombo was there, they were navy blue and like crimson.
I know, but you have that baby blue. You got to use that because
I'm with
that's
you
a
there.
sweet court.
I agree with you. Honestly, I kind of hate Philadelphia's.
I'm with you on that. I don't like Indiana's.
Yeah, Boston. I just hate Boston. So,
I mean, like the Hawks, Raptors, Washington, and Houston, all the same.
yeah, big time, big time.
I mean, the exact same. And then like
Well,
Miami just looks like a regular court.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too.
Detroit's pretty cool.
Yeah. Is that the teal one above that? Is that the Detroit one?
Yeah, that's the one, East B.
East B.
Sounds like we're playing bingo.
Yeah. I know, right? I don't know how to let us know, guys, if you guys even like these courts. I don't know how to feel
City's
about.
pretty cool too.
Yeah, I like.
And then Charlotte. I like
courts.
Charlotte because that's what Denver should have used.
Yes, I'm with you there. But at first we were like, oh, these are stupid. They don't need a new court for this tournament. But I kind of liked it now. So like when I see highlights, I'm like, oh, this game is different because they're playing it on the, the different courts. So I've kind of come around on these.
I would say though, like the pictures are a lot cooler than watching the games.
Yeah. No,
Some of these
I agree
are
with
difficult to watch.
Yeah, especially if you're sitting down for 2 hours to watch it.
Like imagine watching the Lakers game, just bright yellow.
Facts. That's true. Very true. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Typical Chicago Fans. Let us know which ones you guys like, which ones you hate. Make sure you check us out on X at typical_Chicago, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give us a like on those pages as well. Head on over to YouTube for all of our content in video form. So make sure you subscribe there. Subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars, wherever you get your podcast. Find me on X at Booming TCF, and of course Zach at Z Lilia TCF. We're going to aim to be back next weekend again. Maybe I kind of like this Saturday slot recapping college football, looking at NFL for Sunday. So we'll be back as soon as we can. That's going to do it for us. This is episode 270 of Typical Chicago Fans. We love you all.
Peace.